Hey everyone, welcome to On the Couch. I'm Nicole.
I'm Christian.
And joining us today is Rachel and Brianna, and they are from the Office of Equity and Diversity. And they're here to talk to us about something called Title IX. So welcome guys, how you doing?
Good.
Thank you.
Excited to have you.
Hi. We're excited to be here.
Yeah, of course. So tell us exactly what Title IX is and how it's coming to Rowan, I guess, in a way.
It's already.
Well, what it
Or has
is and
been.
how it's applied to our
Okay.
campus. Yeah.
So Title IX was initially a federal law that was created to prevent discrimination against genders and sexes in athletics and higher education, and was amended in the 1970s so that it applied very, very broadly to all of higher education as far as preventing discrimination against sex and gender went. And so instead of just applying to athletics, which is so important for all students and employees to know, it applies to any student or employee across the entire university. And gender and sex discrimination can be defined by sexual harassment, non-consensual sexual misconduct, non-consensual contact, or non-consensual intercourse, things like that. So it's really important for all students and employees to know. So that's, I guess, the overview of Title IX.
Okay. And so what is your office doing specifically with it now?
So our office, the reason our office is involved with Title IX is because the Assistant Vice President of Equity and Diversity, who is Dr. Johanna Velez-Yellen, she actually is the University Title IX Coordinator. And that doesn't mean that she's the only person across the university that you can go to. It just means that she oversees all of the policy handling and procedure handling. And she makes sure that she's in charge or overseeing all parts of the decision-making process. She also has a team made of Title IX deputy coordinators who are placed across the campus, which you can talk about the coordinators.
Yeah. So what do the coordinators do around campus?
So we have a few, like for housing, we have like athletic, everything's really covered as far as the deputies, but you can go to not just one specific one. You can go to any of the deputy coordinators if you feel as though you've been violated.
Cool.
So the Office of Equity and Diversity is essentially taking Title IX, which was made originally for sports, and that's just the way you have the authority to handle sexual discrimination, sexual harassment.
Well, our office actually, the main role that our office has in Title IX is overseeing that the policy and the actual law is being handled properly. The deputy Title IX coordinators across the university and across all of our other campuses as well. So many know Dean Joe Mulligan. He's one of our deputy Title IX coordinators. Penny from athletics is also one of our deputy Title IX coordinators. There are other individuals you can go and speak to. Really, our office promotes the knowledge of Title IX that everyone involved in the university has. Because Johanna has such a role to oversee the entire situation, I think that we're in the role where we get to educate and make sure that employees and students all know their rights as far as Title IX goes. So you have the right to an investigation, you have the right to confidentiality, to a need-to-know basis. It's important for students to know, for example, with Title IX, that if you come to speak to our office or you go to speak to a faculty member or another deputy Title IX coordinator, whoever it may be, your parents aren't going to be notified. So that's up to you. It's your choice whether they end up finding out, whether you want to tell them or not, things like that. So it's important. And another reason that we're here to talk about Title IX is so that students all understand we want you to talk to someone. And this is something that Brianna has been working on. Actually, a huge key part of her internship for our office was to disseminate information to students, make sure that they gained knowledge, I guess, on the actual policy.
Did you have a hand in building the brochures?
Not this specific brochure, but I made a few flyers that we're going to hang up in the dorms and residential halls. and we did Take Back the Night. I had like a little
Nice.
flyer for that, which I'm
Okay,
really
cool.
excited about.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
course.
Did you guys get to go to Take Back the Night?
Yeah, I was
You
there.
think I was
Okay. Okay, perfect. So we
You guys
got
had a table set
up
up.
there. Yeah.
Nice.
So.
We had a girl talk about it.
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted to talk about it. Yeah.
Very cool.
But yeah, that's awesome. So, I mean, I guess your main goal is just to like spread the knowledge. But what else did you kind of target, or what are you targeting at the students?
Yeah, go ahead.
What are you trying to get across, basically, to them?
Well, specifically to like, if you have been violated or you feel as though you've been discriminated against, you know, there are people that you can talk to. A lot of things people keep to themselves or feel as though they have no one to talk to. And it's really important that, you know, as a student, you feel comfortable, you know, where you go to school. It's your home,
Yeah,
pretty
of
much,
course.
essentially.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, you know, just reading the brochure and stuff, it's almost like there's a like a law enforcement aspect too. You know, like
Yes.
know your rights. Know, you know, if you went through something or other, these are your rights, and if it is under this category, you have the right to go talk to an authority figure.
Of course, yeah.
Well,
Do you-
there are important aspects of reporting that we do want students to understand and to know. Because it is a federal law, there are certain things that we are required to do as a university. But one important thing, like you said, with the legal aspect to it all, or law enforcement, so to speak, we are not an official entity in that sense. For law enforcement, it's not, court,
Yeah.
But a lot of things fall
court-related
under the
things like
umbrella
that.
of your office.
Exactly, a lot of things do.
Thanks to Title IX.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which
But there are avenues that students have that provide them certain levels of confidentiality, such as our counseling center in Winans Hall, which
Okay.
is in our new absolute
Beautiful building.
It's so beautiful. Oh my
Beautiful,
gosh,
yeah.
you
Miss
can't
Amy
walk
was
in there and
Now,
not
if
be
students
happy.
want to get more information, can they go on the Rowan website
Yes.
to find out who to
yes.
talk to, where to go?
So we have a website. It's www.rowan.edu/equity. So
Equity.
EQUITY.
Okay, rowan.edu/equity.
Yes, and there's a link on there that
Okay.
brings you to a Title IX page
Cool.
specifically. So there's all of the Title IX information you could find. There's an FAQ. There is the complaint form if you choose to file one and whatnot. But really the goal of us coming to talk to you guys today was just to encourage students to talk about it. And when Brianna came into the office and first started learning about Title IX months ago, I felt like it was a little...
It was overwhelming.
it was.
It was a lot of information because I came in as a commuter. I know nothing really, so it was a learning experience for me too.
Yeah, and that's awesome. Well, now you can share your knowledge. So
Yeah.
if anyone wants to check it out, they can go to the Rowan website.
Yes. and
Rowan.edu/equity.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much
Thank
for
you,
coming
guys.
on. And we will be right back with more on the couch.